Okay.
All right.
Got it done. You just got to take extra precautions when Mercury is in retrograde.
Oh, yeah. Is that still happening?
Yeah, I think it only
Stop
just
it.
really started like a week and a half ago, maybe.
Shit.
Yeah, we got a minute to go yet.
Yeah. 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 And also all the other stuff going on astrologically. I'm not that hip to it, but at the time I was talking to Teresa and asking what's going on. She's like, well, it's that. It's also like the full moon, the Scorpio full moon went down, or the eclipse, excuse me. And then something else is like Pluto's in retro. I don't know because I'm not smart and I don't have it in front of me, but there's like 15 things happening and I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's a lot. I've been doing pretty good. Saturday I did just kind of have to like sit in a chair and make granny squares all day because that's just all that I was capable of doing. For hours and hours.
Okay.
But every other day I felt but like that was like I didn't have any mental space to do anything else but just like sit and crochet all day. It was just like I was just drained. I was done.
Yeah.
But aside from that, you know what? Because here's the deal, though. What's helping me slog right along? It's just this is my season. I've got so many little baby plants to do things with.
How are the baby plants? Is everything shooting up? I don't know when things grow.
They're shooting up. We've got a few different like seed sprouting methods that we're trying this year. And I just was in the kitchen and noticed that one of a little one had just popped up like within the hour, like, cause anytime I'm in the kitchen, I just kind of walk over there and look and one had popped up.
Whoa.
And was already just,
that's fast.
Yeah. It's amazing, dude. They'll go from being nothing. And then you'll go back like a couple hours later and like a ton of things have popped up and they all do it at the same time. It's amazing.
That's spooky to me.
I know. It's cute though. I love it when they're tiny little baby plants.
Something spooky about it. Anyway, you know what what's really great is we had all of those non-episodes, like kind of like, and then we went back to normal last week.
Yes.
For one episode. But now we're back.
Right. Yeah.
To not a normal episode.
Yeah, not a normal episode.
You following me?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about our trip up to the Northeast this time. We're gonna like also throw a poll on over in the coven on do y'all like these? Do y'all like these travel episodes? We sometimes wonder. Like we see them referenced pretty good deal, but like I don't know. Like do y'all I get it if you don't. So tell us if you do or don't.
Prefer just to have had a regular episode versus us talking about the trip, because I can understand where that's cool for some people, but maybe not others. So let us know. Anyway, so we have many a thing to talk about, many a hilarious thing. I have some confessions that I need to drop on you.
Okay.
And I think we start where it all begins in the before 4 times before we even get feet off of the ground.
Yeah.
Macy, you were hypnotized for the plane. We talked about it a little bit, but how did that end up working out?
Highly effective in my own personal.
Really? Yeah, man.
Yeah. For like, I mean,
I don't know why I almost said really, because I was there to witness it.
I feel like by also extension, you got like a secondary benefit from it too, which is very surprising and unexpected, but cool. To see. It was just very interesting. I just feel like flying for both you and me this time was completely different than it has been any other time.
Yes.
And whether or not it is the power of placebo, I don't really give a shit. I had my little incantation that I was given and I used the hell out of it, and buddy, it worked so good.
And you had given it, you had told me what it was, and now I wasn't hypnotized, but I was like, okay, maybe I could use this as a mantra or just sort of, something to think on or whatever. And I know that I didn't get it right half of the time because I couldn't remember the exact words. So I was just sitting in the airplane chair, like about to cry during takeoff, because that was, even though most of the flight was chill, takeoff is still rattles me.
Takeoff is my least favorite part. Yeah, it's like the time that I most expect something to go wrong,
to explode. Yes. I can't get that scene out of the Final Fantasy movies, where they just immediately explode in the air. And but I'm sitting there in the chair and I'm like, I am happy and safe on an airplane always.
I mixed it around a bit too. It was never it was never the same for me. It was a bit fluid, kind of nebulous.
But so amazing. More on that later. But before we went, we got picked up by your mother.
Yes.
And taken to Dallas, where we stayed the night. But I want to talk a little bit about this trip we took.
We get the perfect setup.
Dude, this is where some of my confessions come in.
Okay.
So we're driving, and Macy's mom has already told us, she's like, hey, I'm going to take you to the airport, or take you to the hotel by the airport, and we're going to do lunch.
Yeah.
And we're like, hell yeah, sweet. And we're driving, and it gets to where, she's going to want some gas. So we stop at, of course, the Buc-ee's.
Mm-hmm. Had to get gas at Buc-ee's.
And that was a whole thing. Buc-ee's is always an experience.
It is. And it's personally, for me, why I can't stand Buc-ee's. Because you know what I want to do when I stop for gas? I want to be able to easily, without having to have a crowd, stop for gas and then leave without hitting pedestrians, maybe on accident. It's so crowded. I hate it. It's so much. Crowded. I get so stressed.
I will say, the only bathrooms I'll use on the road.
Oh, I get it.
Totally
get it. Buc-ee's bathrooms are where it's at. They reign
where
supreme,
it's at, dude. But we got some snacks, and we picked up some beaver nuggets for those up in the north.
Yeah, which were a hit. I was happy to see it.
Yeah. But then we went and we made a little pit stop at Ulta. And you remember what we smelled at Ulta?
Dude, I hit myself again with it the other day when I went.
I did too.
I'm gonna get a bottle. I love it so much. It's one of the best smelling perfumes I've ever put on my body. Ever.
Here's the thing. I didn't realize the name of the perfume, and this perfume
I didn't know either.
We really need to work the name out.
I didn't know either, dude, until I went the other day, and actually, because I thought I didn't know there's two different scents.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And aptly, the one we like is just called Number 2.
Number 2.
Which is a horrible name. But we're talking about Billie Eilish's Number 2.
It's a really great scent. Super good.
It smells good.
Yeah, I did. I went and hit myself with it the other day, and I was just like, I've got to get a fucking bottle of this. Like, I can't just keep stealing spritzes at Ulta every time I want to smell this smell again.
You can.
I can. I mean, I probably will, because I'm cheap. So I'll float that for the next few months until I break down and get a bottle.
But so that was the thing. That was the thing we got to discover together.
Real quick,
and
before we scoot on past Ulta, I have got to share, dude, I have not stopped thinking of the grade A choice cut of a zinger that you threw at me the other day. And
I don't even remember.
I just want to share it. Because
was I mean?
No, you were hilarious. And every now and again you just say something so fucking funny and clever to me that it just sears itself into me, and I want to share it. So I was at Ulta, and I sent you a picture of the guy that comes weird on the perfume ad, right?
Okay. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Sorry. I know what we're talking about now.
Oh, dude, continue. This was
from Bridgerton.
Joke genius. And so anyway, I send you a picture of it, and I didn't say anything. I just sent it to you, and you reacted to it. And I just said, like, I just came face to face with this at Ulta. And you said, no, he's never come face to face with anybody. And I haven't. I can't handle with how
he has to do a triple
clever that is.
He has to do a triple backflip off of someone and face away from them.
Oh my God. Very well done.
Okay.
Job well done of a joke. I just had to share it.
I have a new confession to you to tell you that I didn't even know I was going to make. So I sent that to you and I said, he doesn't come face to face with anyone or whatever. And then you wrote me back in all caps, zing. Mm-hmm. And I thought that meant my joke had flopped so bad.
How do you think?
That I have been.
How? Usually zing means like it's a good joke. Like, oh, you got him.
Because there's no context, there's no emotional tone over text. So like I read it as like almost like boom boom, like okay, dad joke.
I put it in all caps. I showed the enthusiasm.
I should have known.
It was great. I loved it.
Great, loved it. Wow. But perhaps the best thing came after Ulta, when we were deciding where we wanted to go to lunch. Mm-hmm. Can you tell them where we dined? What could have been possibly our last meal on this earth?
We went to the place to where we were family.
Oh, When you're there, you are family.
Yeah. And as family, we were given unlimited salad and breadsticks.
Salad on the cold plate.
On the cold plate, which is something that I have learned from my mother to appreciate. And it's something that I too recognize to her. When I am given a salad on a cold plate, I'm like, that's that extra bit of thought, because it keeps the salad better for longer. And it's just nice to eat a salad off of a cold plate. It
feels delicious and nice. Mm-hmm. And listen, confession number 2 comes in here. I've gone back to Olive Garden since.
Me too. Dude, me, mom, and grandma went.
Oh my God. Oh God. Wow. Oh God. Yeah. Wow.
It was the same day I also went to Ulta and got my second spritz of Billie Eilish's number 2.
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah. Highly recommend it. Go to Ulta, then go to Olive Garden.
I am just now putting it together. I absolutely went to Ulta right before Olive Garden too, because I remember smelling it on the way into Olive Garden, being like, "Oh, I gotta get some of this."
Yeah, it's like Pavlovian. It took one time, but something about those two errands
together
next to each other, those two things, really kind of slaps.
It really fucking did. And you know what? I wanted the cold plate. That's really what made the decision.
You want that cold plate?
I was like, what do I want? I want that fucking cold plate salad.
Yeah, you do.
From Olive Garden.
Hell yeah, you do.
And I had the nicest waitress I've ever had in my life. So, it was a good experience.
I'm glad. Hey, you know why? Because when you're there, you're family.
Your family. I also had an awkward moment with this waitress where she walked up and I thought she had said like the standard waitress, like, my name is so-and-so, I'll be taking care of you this evening or whatever, right? And what she actually said was, I like your dress. And I just went, cool.
Thanks, loser.
And then it dawned on me what had happened. I was like, oh.
I love that so much. I bet they thought you were so mean.
I bet she spit in my cold plate salad.
Not the cold plate salad.
No. Okay. Oh my God. So after our cold plate salads, we went to our hotel room. Dude, I'm just remembering the thing that happened there that has no explanation. We went to the hotel room.
I forgot.
I forgot until just now.
Oh.
Okay. We'll get into more hotel room shenanigans, but at like 2 or 3 in the morning? What time was it?
So this was after was this before or after? Because here's the deal. We had to get up at 2:30 in the morning.
2 in the morning, yeah.
To get on a shuttle to go to the airport for our flight that fucking pulled out of there at 5 a.m. So I don't remember if we were about to go to sleep or we had just woken up. But
I think we just woke up because somewhere in my head I was like, was this a wake-up call? Did we do a wake-up call?
Maybe.
But I don't know.
I don't remember.
The only thing I have to go on.
But for no reason, and we were side by, like you were on your bed, I was on my bed. It was a double bedroom, so we're neighbors, you know. Yeah. And between us is like the desk phone, you know, or like the phone to the desk. And it just starts screaming. Like it just starts
so loud.
Screaming. So
not
violently.
Even a ring. I thought it was the fire alarm going off. It was so piercing. And we just looked at each other.
And we were like, what happens now? What does this mean? Like, nobody touched it. Nothing was, and we were like, do we need to leave? And then did I pick up the phone and set it back down and it stopped? I don't remember, but it just stopped.
I think you did pick up the phone. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. It was so jarring and it really set the tone just for everything.
I think you're right.
Our lives.
I think that was I think that was after we had woken up, because I do remember thinking like, that's a creepy way to start this day. That's great. You know?
Great. And it was also one of those blessed moments that just throughout the trip, we got to be like, remember when our hotel phone screamed?
It was our mineral wells check-in for a while, to where we'd just be like, do you remember when our phone just like fucking lost it at us? Yeah, it kind of brought us back down to earth when we needed it.
When we needed to reconnect. What was creepy even though is I feel like there was a few times we heard that same noise through the trip. That just kind of a loud beeping, and we were just like, are we dead?
Are we still in the hotel room? Are we dreaming and we haven't even taken off in flight yet? Like,
oh God, can you imagine?
Could be us right now. We could be waking up any minute now, getting ready to catch our flight to the Northeast.
Still getting on the airplane.
Our tour.
I wouldn't do it. I'd go home. I'd be like, I've already lived this life.
I've already gone on tour.
No, not. I just mean because I don't want to fly again. But we did fly.
We did fly again. It was smooth.
And it was smooth except for your bag randomly, them just deciding to change the weight limit.
Dude, fuck it. We did get hosed by Spirit. They didn't get us on the way back, but they got us. That's the first time
they tried.
I've flown with Spirit 4 times now, and that's the first time they've gotten me. And I did take it as a personal defeat. They did. They nailed me. They got me on a stupid fucking charge that they do, but usually I can bob and weave around it, and they were just like,
They love the stupid fucking charges.
Too bad. Yeah. But other than that, smooth flight. I feel like we had 2 pretty good pilots. Both flights were really smooth. I mean, like, they're always good pilots, but like sometimes, like that landing that we had.
Yeah, sometimes
last
it's a rough
September
landing.
Was like a roller coaster ride, but we're here, you know, so I consider that a good pilot.
Alive. I don't like that the pilot we had on our way back looked.
How many times? And do I have to fucking tell you this?
I don't believe you.
How many times?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Do we have to go over this? That he was not the pilot.
He was in a pilot shirt.
He wasn't. He was in a security shirt because you know what he did? He put on a bright yellow as the Dickens, gleaming yellow. And you know what it said on the back in the biggest letters in the world? Security team. Security team. And you know what he did? He walked down the little ramp outside.
Then why was he wearing black slacks and a pilot shirt with little wings pinned to it?
He did not have the wings. You didn't see any wings. He was too far away from you to see wings. You didn't see any wings.
Okay, fine. Shut up.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. That's the flight back anyway. We're in DFW and we fly. We're on the runway and it's time to scoot on off this runway and get the hell out.
Scoot off
Texas
into the sky.
Yeah.
And we got to witness something cool. We got to see the sunrise on an airplane.
Never seen that. And this time I was actually chill with like looking out of the window. I was totally fine with it, not even ruffled by it at all. And actually kind of like felt better being able to look out than like, because I don't know, it got to the point to where, because like taking off the first like 10 to 15 minutes, I kind of had my eyes closed and I repeated my like, I am always safe, calm, and relaxed with all aspects of flying always, just kind of like in my head over and over and over and over and over. And then it was like a switch flipped. And after about 15 minutes of doing that, I just kind of opened my eyes up and was like, okay, it's fine.
All right. I'm going to look out.
Yeah. And I just remember kind of looking out the window, and I didn't really have anything to do because we foolishly assumed that Spirit Airlines would have screens on the back of their seats. I don't know what we were thinking. They would give us such treatment, such luxury.
What sweet, innocent babies we were.
I don't know. And I've flown with Spirit multiple times. I should know better. And and I didn't,
dude, I just want to say, at one point, that killed me. It killed me. They came over the loudspeaker and they were talking about food and beverages. And they got to the part where you could purchase a beverage.
Purchase a beverage.
Not even wine.
Yeah. No.
Purchase, usually they give you the free, they at least like shove a Coke at you for free.
You get no free Canada Dry on these flights.
You get $4 for a soda. And Macy beside me just started laughing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's like something in you broke and you just started laughing.
It was hysterical because we had already been hit with like a $75 baggage fee. And so I just saw that and the dam broke, and it was like partway, I just feel like that bubbling hysterical laughter that just kind of like effervescently shakes its way out of you, kind of. Yeah, I just remember being like, of course. Yeah, you know what, Spirit? Good for you. Like,
sure.
You know.
You go. Get the bag, God. I guess. But we lived through the flight with nothing really of note happening.
Yeah, the flight back has more on it going on.
Dude!
Yeah, I can't wait to get to the flight back.
Okay.
But we land. We land in Philly. It's like 9:30 in the morning. It's super gorgeous weather. And we get picked up. We get picked up by Rachel.
Yes. I remember seeing Rachel across the baggage claim area and just sort of being like... Oh,
yeah.
This is real. We're here.
Yeah, me too. She was just like, she might as well have had a golden halo around her. Like,
yes,
being like,
I think she did.
Yes. So good.
And I also think that I think I apologized 100 times, but I feel like she rolled up to pick us up at 9 a.m. and we've been up since 2. And I feel like we were just haggard and like smelly and tired and like not in a bad mood, just not in like not on the same level.
I remember being very robotic. I feel like I was brought to life so later by donuts.
I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But she had a box of donuts.
Yes, she did.
The car.
Very, 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 very fancy, fucking well-made, luxury ass donuts.
Do you remember the name of the donuts?
No.
Was it like Foundry?
I don't remember. I'll ask her and we can link them in the show notes for those of you guys that are in the area. Because these were artistically crafted flavor wise. Like there were some.
I'm Googling it.
That London Fog donut that was like the lavender and the bergamot was. I have thought back to that donut and that blackberry, like super tart, bright red one. I've thought back to both of those donuts like multiple times.
The red one rocked my socks.
Yeah. It
rocked my socks. Federal donuts. They were so good. And she just kind of like had those as like a little welcoming treat. And we kind of got, the first moments were kind of a blur. You know, we walk in and there's sweet, beautiful, fluffy dogs, and we turn the corner, and holy shit, there's Corey. The Corey of Corey's Cauldron.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I honestly forgot, not about Corey's presence, but about what a surprise that was. Because Corey pulled a fast one, pulled some wool over some eyes, and was all like, "Aw, shucks, I'm so bummed I can't make it. Ah, poopy."
Mm-hmm.
And then was there, and what a scream we let out.
We did. I think I like almost angry mom, like, Corey. Like that's. I feel like that's what. I feel like that's what they got from me. But yeah, it was wonderful.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, and it was just it was big time surprise, and that was just like such a wonderful part of the coming days too, is the accumulation of the group of the Star Squad who named themselves the Star Squad, which I love
that. Yes,
and I can't begin to tell you how fucking I've thought back to this handful of people that literally I feel like kept me functioning so many times.
100%.
Good grief.
110.
Ugh.
Yeah. I mean everything, and I feel like every person had such a it was like almost everyone had like their own specialty thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone was good at everything, but like everyone also had like, I'm the one that gets some snacks, and I'm the one that will sit on the porch and talk with you when you feel not great, and I'm the, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like everyone had their like little niche. It was sick, and I really miss the group of people.
Harmony, dude. Like the fact, and this was something that I've just repeated basically over and over every time everyone is like, "Oh, how's your trip?" I was like, to me, one of the most spectacular things is how so many of us were just kind of all in the same sphere for so many days, and it was just harmony, you know? Like there's no ruffling
blowouts.
No, it was fine.
Which I'm not used to. I think anytime there's a group of people that get together, especially when you're in the same space day after day, and then like 10 plus days, you know.
And a lot of us, it was like we weren't the only ones away from home. Like at one point, I feel like there was like a head count of like 8 states between like the group that we had at one point of like people in one sitting. Like, so there was a lot of, you know, the whole time feels very liminal to me.
Yeah.
You know, and looking back on it almost has like that wonderful Vaseline kind of hazy filter of a liminal time that was like shared, but it's like also it lives in a space that was like its own little universe that was really special.
Yeah. It's like the tour times.
Yeah. Yeah. And I loved it. I do. So there's a couple of things that I really want to mention. But we'll get to it when we kind of talk about the week between. But well, first, I just want to give a shout out to Rachel's dogs, who I have missed every day since I had to leave their presence. And Rue and Koji and Maggie they have my heart still. And I miss them very much. I miss them very much.
I did not realize how big Rue was.
I love Rue.
Because, like, we had seen Rue on Zoom calls and whatnot. But I guess something in my head didn't quite put it together that this dog was the size. It's a horse. She's a little horse.
She's a perfect teddy bear baby. And I think I spent...
the sweetest little curly dog.
I think I spent about 25% of that week with my arms just some way wrapped around that dog. Like I just...
yeah.
Oh, the best. Such a cuddly...
I know. When I picture you are hugging Rue.
I loved Rue so much. I miss those dogs. So that was a big highlight. Rachel has she's reared a trio of good little dogs.
And sorry, I got lost just thinking about how the group has made a drive folder where people have kind of just dumped a big photo dump from this, and I don't know who did it, but there's 2 pictures in a row of Maggie just like hanging her head over the stairs. I think about that for some reason, just out of nowhere. I'll think about it and I'll be like, and then I'll move on with my day.
It was her house.
That's. But we, at this point, were only like one full day away from our first show.
Yeah. So we kind of.
And how were you feeling?
I was feeling pretty
we were
good.
We're set up.
Yeah, we got
set up, and
we got there early enough to where we had a rest day, kind of. So like that first day, we were just able to kind of chill and rest. And then the next day was like, all right, let's kind of, now we're all here together for the first time since we've talked about doing this. Let's build a show. Like let's kind of put this together and finalize it so we can get it.
We got to make those slides.
Yeah.
We got to make those slideshows, brother.
That was fun. Loved the slideshows. And our first two shows were at the Art and Theater in Philly, which was such a good space. Like the crew was so friendly, dude. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, the guy who was kind of like our he was just, I wish that I could recall his name, but he was just there for us kind of every step of the way at the Art. And he reminded me a lot of your dad.
I could see it.
He really loved that place. And it was very, very great and very gracious. But we kind of had our first little taste of like having little dressing rooms to kind of get ready.
I was going to say, we got a fucking dressing room. Are you serious?
It was cool. Yeah. Yeah, it was neat. And kind of everybody was there was a couple snacks. That was when the beaver nuggets got busted out for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to dress up. Our first night was emo night.
Yes.
And wigs happened.
Oh, yeah.
Corey helped like wedge me into this wig that was made for a child, or at least a person with a normal size head. And I mean, what else? You had the Panic at the Disco fit.
I was going for, irate sins, not tragedies. Look, I loved the costumes, and we had people also dress up. We had a lot of sweet ass emo attire rock on up that night, and I loved it. So I just felt like I was right back in high school. I felt right at home.
I told Tabitha of Two Geminis and a Leo podcast, that every time I looked at her, everything was so dead on. Because I feel like she just looked so like someone that I would have like hung out with in that time, and it was like every time I looked at her, I really had a little bit of like a shoot through, like just a moment.
Back
of like,
through time.
What year is it? But it was so good. There's so many flattened hairs that day.
Yes. But it was good. It was fun, and it's amazing how quickly the shows go by. And this is something we've noticed like just about every time we've done a live show, is they go by pretty fast. Especially when you have two shows contributing, so it was amazing. Like, it was just kind of one of those things. And I feel like anybody who has performed in any sort of capacity, there's kind of like it's not all of you, because you're still like, it's fun and engaging and you're talking, and because it's a podcast especially, but part of your brain that just seems to register certain things like time, like kind of parts of your surroundings, it kind of shuts off. And you just kind of settle into this space of, I don't know, it's very interesting, but I just feel like time just kind of blurs in that in that time, in that space,
in a way that is almost scary. Because you never, it's so hard sometimes to fill a minute. It's like when you have to wait for 2 minutes for something to download, you're like, what am I going to do? But when you're on stage, you talk about your topic for what feels like 2 minutes, and you're getting like it's been 30 minutes, wrap it up sign. And it's insane how you have to kind of account for that. And I think that we got better with our timing as the shows went along. Not to say that we didn't go over, because we sure shit did. But it was also great to watch the gals at Two Geminis and a Leo like do their thing, and watch Teresa kind of go in on astrology stuff. And I swear at one point, her voice and just the way she's so knowledgeable about it, she'll like kind of she kind of like
Dude,
lulled me
I know,
into like
yes,
forgetting I was on stage.
yes.
I was just like, oh, I'm just listening to Teresa talk.
There were multiple moments listening to them talk that I would have to remember to like look like I remembered that I was on stage. You know?
Yeah. I was like, fix your face, Charlye.
Yeah, I would just be intrigued by what they were talking about. Because like they, you know, and depending on what night, like one of them might bring something up or have their own thing. Because like we kind of did that. Like I would talk about something, you would talk about something. Sometimes they talk about something as a group. Sometimes they kind of break it up and be more individual depending on the show. And it was just always interesting. And I had to catch myself a lot to just not be like also an audience member, just listening. But it was great. It was, I learned stuff at our own shows, which was nice.
Yeah. And I guess could we talk about our topics that we did for Emo Night?
Yes. Oh shoot. If I can remember, I guess I did the history of emo and like what that meant, like the term and the evolution of the word and the music industry.
And I did the difference between goth and emo. And through both of our topics, we both learned that sort of the grandfathers of their genre both deny the labeling of goth and or emo, respectively.
Neither likes it, which feels very on brand.
Yeah. So that made me happy.
Yeah.
And then after that, we wrap up with the show. We got to sign posters. We got to meet people. We got to say hello to old friends and new. And then we got to do my favorite part, I think, which was rip the wigs and everything off.
Yeah.
Kind of de-costume a little bit.
Yeah, I remember not bringing... I was able to change a little bit. That's not true, but I feel like I still remember having to wear my shoes and being like, But it was nice to be able to strip down a little bit, you know. And we went out walking
we did
in Philly because we had to get some goddamn cheesesteaks.
Oh, and did we ever?
We did. Did we?
Ever? First of all, how cool did you feel just strutting around the streets of Philly in a big pack of like emo kids?
It was great because a lot of us were still is some capacity in very clearly like an emo vibe garb kind of going on. And I loved it. It was really fun. And I really loved Philly. I loved there was a cool feel to Philadelphia that I really, really enjoyed. Just kind of I don't know, just like an energy to it, like a spirit to it. Just when we walked around that I felt very comfortable there, which I don't always feel comfortable in big cities, especially like that's a big city. But there was a coziness to Philly that I really liked.
Especially down that little street. I forgot if it has an actual name.
We walked down so many streets.
The old house, the old houses where we took pictures in front of people's houses that they very much
do have a name for that because I posted it. It's Elf something. It's right here. Elfrith's Alley. So I'll give you a little because I took a picture of the sign before we went down the alley. An exceptional collection of early American structures built 1720s to 1830s. The alley contained the homes and shops of diverse artisans. Later, working class immigrants lived here and labored in nearby industries. Residents began preservation efforts in 1934. So there you go. That was wonderful. Wow. I loved walking down that. That was after Wild West night, because I'm in my gold pants
in my memory.
But I know it all kind of blurs together. But the first night we went to, we got them cheese steaks. And what did you get? Did you get just did you get any like onion or anything on yours? What was your cheesesteak?
I think I got a classic cheesesteak with the cheese whiz because Rachel let us know.
I was planning to anyway, but she really came in solidifying it. It's like you better you're getting the cheese whiz. I was like, all right.
Which is the move. I mean, really. I think I had onions perhaps added to mine, and then just like French fries with a fuck ton of hot sauce. And I ate every little bit of it.
So good. I think I had mushrooms and onions. on mine. I want to say I might have actually gotten peppers on mine too. Either way, it kicked ass. It brought me back to life because I was pretty, we were all, because we also forgot to eat before that first show. So we were like drained. We just forgot. We didn't plan it out right. So I remember eating that cheesesteak and just being like, I'm alive now. I'm back. Yeah.
And is this did we go back and watch a movie after this?
So, well, first off, hold up, my brother.
Okay.
And if you
think, we have a whole movie saga.
If you think for a second that we're not posting these pictures, if you think for a second that we're going to move on past these pictures.
Oh, no.
So
is this the night this happened?
This is the night this happened because I'm in my I Write Sense Not Tragedies little burgundy dress. And we went to a really nice little bar. It was beautiful. Like, it was kind of like a bar and restaurant, I think. And I don't really remember. It had these big stone steps, and we were just kind of there for a little bit. That was, some people tried their first picklebacks. I just tried a pickle shot, and the brine was really nice. But they do picklebacks up there, which was interesting. Something I've not heard about, or that is done down here in Texas. You do not follow your whiskey with pickle juice.
I liked it a lot.
It sounds delicious. I didn't do any whiskey beforehand, but I did a pickle shot. Most times picklebacks were done, and it was tasty. I love pickle juice. But we wrap up and we go down to the front steps, and this was fun because it's we had, of course, like the Star Squad, which it cracks me up every time to call them that. But they even had buttons, and it was so cute. But
it was cute.
We, so they came, and a few listeners who came to the show kind of came on out. We were all hanging out, and so we were like, let's take a picture on the front steps. And so first off, what makes it even funnier, I love this so much. So we didn't realize until we looked at the pictures that you weren't actually in the first batch. So we were like, hold on, everybody.
I don't know where the fuck I was.
I think you were paying out. And
okay. I was probably doing another sneaky pickleback.
It was just one more for the walk. And so we get you. We're like, all right, let's retake it, And we had this good Samaritan taking these pictures. And so I'm none the wiser. I think nothing of this moment. Nothing.
Because you're up in the front.
I'm in the front row. You're in the back. I don't think anything about anything.
With the bad kids.
Time goes on. The guy takes a bunch of pictures. He leaves. We don't think anything about it. We walk to the car. We're exhausted. We go home. We go to Rachel's home so we can rest and watch Fiddler on the Roof, which I think.
Oh my God.
Oh, see, here's the deal. We might have watched that. We might have watched Fiddler on the Roof Friday night. I think we watched it before. Yeah.
Because I think we made tradition.
Yes, we watched that if it wasn't like the first night, it was the second. Because that was I mean, all throughout. It was so fucking good. I'd never seen it. Loved it. Cried many tears. I squeezed out a lot out of my broken eye. It was really good. And so we go back home, and I don't remember if we watched a movie that night. I remember all of the movies that we watched, but I don't remember. We can put that section. We'll put that in the week between.
Okay. I do think that this was the night. This might have been a night where we all just sat on the porch, and Macy, I've never, almost in a long time at least, seen you laugh that hard.
I got one of them good ones, one of them good really laughs in which it kind of quits being pleasant after a while, but you're still kind of grateful because you're shaking loose a lot of stuff, but it also, you wish it would end because it's starting to get scary that you can't stop, but kind of hurts. It's cleansing and delicious. So Rachel comes out onto the porch, and she hands me her phone, and in it, or on it, are the pictures that were taken by the person who took pictures of all of us in front of the place in Philly. And Charlye, I can see why you thought it would look so cool. I can.
There was a light in the ground, and it was just a decorative light that casts on, I don't know, maybe a flag, or maybe it casts on the front of the building, but it changes colors.
Yeah.
And I was like, I found this light, and I was like, I'm gonna stand right over this light, and I'm gonna let this light hit my, like, really illuminate me, and I'm gonna stand at this pillar of light for these pictures.
It created something else entirely. It created something that is not you. It's a whole other person.
I look like a ghoul.
Showing up. Dude, we should make the episode art for this, that quartet photo that
yes,
Rachel made.
The Andy Warhol.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's even better because the guy took like 12 photos. He took so many pictures, so enough for the light to change multiple times. We can't. You're just gonna we'll make it the album art, or we're gonna post them. But you have to just,
or both.
I can't even describe it. You just have to. It's not Charlye. And I screeched and screamed and guffawed and hem-hawed forever and ever and ever and ever at it.
So hard.
Oh my God.
And it was so nice to watch.
Oh, I felt great.
I'm glad.
So
I'm glad that I could have made you laugh at me so thoroughly.
I know. And I did, like, the smallest part of me that should have been bigger was like, is this rude? But, like, I couldn't stop because it was
if it gets a laugh, I don't care, man.
It was the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my life. It still is. I was scrolling through the other day and rolled past them, and I just, who is that? Who is that? Oh my God. So funny. But anyway, it's Western Day. It's Western night.
Yes.
We had Cowboy Day that we had to contend with. And I really enjoyed the fits on Wild West night day. Big time.
I loved my big blonde wig.
Yes. It was a big blonde wig.
The member of Star Squad that was Dolly Partoning it up.
Yes. And at one point they laughed so hard, one of their balloon tits popped.
Yeah, I love that. I love that for us.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Like that's a good measure.
I don't know. I think someone said they might have gotten that moment on camera. I don't know.
That would be great.
But I know we all just sort of stopped what we were doing and just was like, oh my, Dolly's booby pop. It was nice. It was good. And you talked. What did you talk?
I'm trying to remember that right now. Just like kind of folk magic and whatnot in the Wild West. Magical practices, everyday things that were totally witchcraft and were totally done out in the West.
Yes. Which, I mean, there was a lot.
A lot.
And then I talked about the people who tried to nefariously profit off of that. Talking about some snake oil and snake oil salesmen slanging that snake oil. But this was the one that we had the virtual for. My mom and dad got to watch.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
That was nice. Yeah, we did virtual for the first two shows. And it was a good little spot for it. We had a stage and lights and the whole deal. So it was a good place to do, and the slideshows, which were fun. Big fan of those.
So much fun making those. Yeah. Like, I really just want to find excuses to make slideshows now.
I was wearing one of my mom's old, like Nashville stage shirts, from when she sang. And dude, something so interesting happened when I put that shirt on. And I think I told you about this. It's so nice wearing all of my mom's old vintage clothes because they were made for her. They were like measured and made for her. And so many times, like when I wear other, like, you know, ladies' clothing, like, and for instance, this was a pearl snap. So like it was like a rose pink with white fringe, pearl snap satin. And I was able to like satin. Like I was able to move my shoulders around in it and like bring kind of I could cross my arms in it and like reach overhead and bend over in it. Cause like we have really kind of like muscular shoulders in this family, I guess. And I never can wear like a shirt without feeling super. And at one point I reached down to tie my shoes in that shirt, like hunching kind of forward. And I was like, holy shit.
Didn't rip.
I was like, I've got to like get clothes made for me. This is awesome. Cause we're built the same, but it was just like one of those things that I was like, holy shit. Like, this is what it's like for people who just have tailored clothes all the time. It was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You never really realize how wrong things fit until you get something that fits right. But my favorite pieces are definitely the ones where I have sent in measurements of some kind. So
shout out Ezra October.
Yeah.
And
I was
Obsidian
just
Siren.
thinking about that. Oh,
yeah.
God damn it.
Check them both out. Ezra October, Obsidian Siren.
My little linen dress this summer. Anyway, so we wrap up with country night or Western night. And we go to something that sticks out in my mind for some reason. So much. We went to Patty's Pub. Inspiration for Patty's Pub in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is my favorite kind of bar. I don't get a lot of joy going to bars. I'm just not I'm not a night owl really, so I'm just not built for it. I also can't drink, so I'm doubly not built for it. But there have been a few bars in my life that are kind of like those little warm fires, you know, that feel really nice to look back on that I really enjoyed. And they are always these kinds of dive hole in the wall bars. I love them so much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was little. It was just kind of a little tuck in, like long and skinny. And they had a jukebox.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They did. And I immediately snatched Rachel and was like, help me pull a prank.
Yeah. Because there were a couple of things that were the trend of the week. And there was tradition. There was that. And then there was also Country Girl Shake It For Me, which was everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Which, of course, was what we threw up first on the jukebox.
Yeah. And it was a loud jukebox and it was really thumping. And
it was so
it was a good time, and there were still some people in full on Western clothes. I had kind of stripped down a little bit I'd taken off the fringy shirt. I'd taken those boots off, which I forgot about because I got to get them mailed back because they were going to make the suitcase too heavy. But I had a whole fucking thing going. It was great. Western night was good.
The boots were sick.
But we were in comfies and we were there for a good little long while and it was nice. And
but
oh God,
people were still kind of countryed up a little bit.
Yeah.
And at some point when Country Girl Shake It For Me, Girl, Shake It For Me, Girl, Shake It For Me was playing on the background, two people walked into the bar and they sat down and I didn't catch anything that happened beforehand, but as the lady behind the bar was getting them set up, I did hear her say to them, we're not normally this kind of bar.
Awesome. It was us. We did it. And so we were there for a good little while. And then it was time to walk through Elfrith's Alley, which was really nice. Like, that's nice. One of the standout moments of, like, that's just one of my favorite things I've done on any trip ever. Really.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love history.
It was really
I love old architecture.
Walking on that cobblestone was important to me.
It was super pretty and just so well maintained, and people live in those homes too, which is interesting. So it's like, don't like peek through the windows, you know? But take
some sick pictures.
Take some sweet ass pics. Yeah. And we did.
Yeah. We sure did.
Phoenix came in clutch, man. Like,
oh my God. Really she ran up and posed me like I've never been posed.
Yeah. Phoenix. I mean, like all of, like, I mean, really just Star Squad had so many gifts to give, like, for seriously
110.
I went through, like, I wound up going through Drive and like saw the ones, or like, I don't know, it was some of the ones that Phoenix took. And I was like, God damn, dude, just like be around me all the time, please.
Tell me what to do with my body.
Yes, because I do not know. But we went back after that. And then I think, I want to say, and I don't remember, and it doesn't really matter, but next up was Holes.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was this night
sprang
or the next night.
To life another catchphrase of the week.
Oh my God. Of the live shows even.
Yes. Which of course is, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad. Oh. So here's the deal.
It feels so good to say it every
it's
time.
It's a guttural cleanse, man. I think it was, so Margot had never seen this. And so we were like, whoa.
That's right.
What? And I'm happy that it was still really good. I mean, the soundtrack is kind of awkward at times and like kind of clunky, I feel. But I enjoyed it, but it's that I forgot how aggressive and insanely mean that grandpa scene is.
That's too damn
He's
bad.
so wild-eyed.
What else? Now we're entering a period where we had a whole week, basically.
It's the liminal between, it's the liminal within the liminal. So like the whole experience was liminal, and then this week existed between the 2 weekends of shows. So it's like a second layer of liminal.
And we got to do some really cool shit. We got to eat some really good things.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the ice cream sundaes we went to?
Yes, we can, dude. I've thought back to that Boston cream pie sundae that I got from this little place. And I thirst for it.
Yeah. The lemon icebox pie, or like lemon something. I forget what it was called, but the lemon one was so titties. I want it right now.
Yeah, I've really had like a few like real deep pang moments thinking about that little Sunday shack. I really enjoyed it, and the little turtles that lived out there.
That one dead turtle we saw.
It wasn't dead. It was a flipped over statue.
But for a minute, it was a little scary.
But it was this week is where I feel like it's kind of, we can make it our catch-all to talk about food that we had, the movies we watched, just kind of the little excursions that we all had together throughout the week.
I want to piggyback real quick off of these sundaes, these ice cream sundaes, and I want to talk about the phenomenon that is water ice.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't have that here.
Yeah, the closest that I would describe it is it's kind of like Italian ice.
Kind of? Well, see, that's the thing. We kept asking, those of you in the know, we kept saying, what is water ice? And they'd be like, you can't really describe it. You got to just have it. And we'd be like, okay, is it like a snow cone? And it'd be like, kind of. You got to just have it.
Yeah, to me, it was kind of like Italian ice mixed with sorbet.
It was like a creamier Italian ice.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Still, I still concur that you just need to try it. I feel like you just need to have it to understand.
It was pretty good. And it really, something that I have actually had a very difficult time calibrating back to normal is water, which is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because we were only together for like 12 days, but hearing about water ice, because it's water ice. And the other day, so Lyra was over, I think it was this past Saturday, and I said water out loud. I was just like, I need to water this. Or something. She was like, did you just say water? And I was like,
water?
Yeah.
Coffee is mine.
Coffee, yeah. Yes, from Teresa. There was a lot of fantastic accents. Again, we were all over the place, kind of coming together for this. And that I just loved. The accents were fun. Everybody was really kind of confused and swapping shit around by the end of the time.
And one of my favorite games that we played a few times was like, ask someone how they say a thing, but don't say the name of that thing so they won't be influenced.
Yes.
So it was like, hey, Teresa, how do you say the name of the black caffeinated beverage that you drink hot in the morning?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, coffee, you know, and
Yeah.
we'd be like, caffy, you know, or coffee or whatever, right? And you would just have to find these different ways to explain things. And she hit me with one once, and I forgot what it was, but she hit me with like what do you call this thing? But it's this thing, but it's this thing. And I had to figure it out. And I thought it was a fun time.
Well, and there was just so much good, like, we had fantastic, like, Jersey accents going on. We had Claire's Midwestern accent going on, you know, which is like, I consider the Midwestern accent for the most part to be decently neutral still. Like, or hers is,
sure.
I think. And,
sure.
But I feel like that also made her super susceptible to the kind of like, I feel like mine is so.
Getting sucked in.
Yeah, because mine is so beat back and I've tried to like make it neutral for speech that I feel like it's so easy for me because it's already, my accent's already trained. Dude, it's so easy for me to suck in something else. Like, it takes no time.
Big time.
So it was really fun. And then, of course, like you have like Phoenix's, I think like upstate New York. And so it was super neat to hear all the different accents. I love accents. It's one of my favorite things.
It was interesting to be around Corey and his different take on a Southern accent. And something that we aren't completely used to because, you know, he's got that kind of more of a Kentucky thing going
Appalachia.
On. And a little more Appalachian, you know, and it was fun anytime me and him were together. I feel like we were like the Southern kids all hanging out together because I feel like we got real country real fast.
It took no time.
It took no time to get country, as is what happens. And it took no time to start talking about sweet tea and biscuits and gravy. So that was a fun time. And we didn't make them any sweet tea or biscuits and gravy, so maybe next time.
Yeah.
However, when we talked about the sweet tea, I thought Rachel was gonna yak.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. But I get it if you're not used to it, especially with how thick and sweet it is
Syrupy.
Down here. Like it's basically a simple syrup with like a tea bag steeped in it.
Oh. And as someone who has stopped drinking sweet tea, it is too much, but listen, on occasion it's a real treat. If you get like
I love that half and
a
half.
fourth of a cup of it.
Get that half and half, man. Cut it in half. Give me a half sweet, half unsweet, and I'm usually a pretty happy boy about it, but sometimes they're a little heavy-handed and it's still mostly too sweet. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. There's a sin in Southern sweet tea. It can be syrupy and sweet, but it cannot also be old. Have you ever had old syrupy sweet tea? It's disgusting.
It gets bitter. Yeah, it gets kind of
gross,
a bitter, stale kind of taste to it. Old tea.
Old tea.
Grody.
You know the taste. We got to talk about them bagels, dude.
We did get some sweet bagel action. We got to try multiple different kinds of bagel, and it was delicious. So apparently we learned all of the bagels and the pizza, all that's so special up there because the water. It's the water up there.
The water?
That makes it so, like, it's so good, apparently, or something like that.
But it was good.
It was
good with so much cream cheese on it. Oh, God. And we had a very special dinner to celebrate a very special time of year that was happening while we were there.
Yes.
For we were there during 420.
Yes, and we actually got 2 420 celebrations when we were there. Both of them were so lovely, which was so nice. Oh, yeah. So we had the privilege of getting to take part in a multi-course, medicated, kind of infused dinner that was so fun. It was such a good time. And there were options, you could do if you wanted to maybe like skip that course and not have any infusion in it, then you can have a normal one. So it was super fun. There was like, you could kind of gauge how much you wanted to do. And
it is also legal up there.
Yes,
by the way.
totally different deal than here.
Yeah.
And that alone was so liberating and cool,
yes.
like I fucking smoked a joint like outside on the street, and it was fine. It was like nobody gave a shit.
And it was interesting too, because like the people who came in from states where it is not legal and they were partaking, I'll use you as the example. It was like still passing the joint around like it was secret,
dude.
Like,
and it's
in public.
It takes. Dude, it made me say I was almost.
And
like,
they'd be like,
too stressed.
You don't have to do this
it
here.
Yeah, like I was almost too stressed to do it. It was like, I'll just wait. This is very intense for me. I'm too lawful for this shit. And so anyway, so the courses, if I can recall, they were so good. So the first course was an oyster, which I thought was a really interesting choice. But me, as someone who loves oysters, I was in anyway. I love oysters. And like, I knew these were going to be good because we were like right there by the water. You know, so it was like fresh ass oyster, and it's medicated. Oh, dude, it was good. But I actually skipped the I did that one, but I didn't get the special one. I had the regular oyster for the first course because I was like, I don't want to overdo this. But it was delicious. And then we got after that there was like this little like piece, it was kind of like bruschetta kind of.
Yes. Yeah, with like that sauce on it, that fucking.
It was like, balsamic vinegar, and that was what was infused. And I don't even remember what was on this thing. I don't even remember what was on this thing, but it was so good. I just remember being like, this is so good. John is such a good cook. Such a good chef. And after that, we got a little break, kind of, and these were non-infused, and they were just like these little pedophores almost with these beautiful flowers on the top. They were these tiny little. Did
you eat the flower? I ate the flower.
Oh, absolutely. Time. Yeah, immediately I put that flower in my mouth. And then we got these goddamn fucking wontons. These like rangoons that rolled up on out of there with like smoked cheesy crab on the inside. And they were all in the sweet like sesame sauce was what was all infused. It was so good.
And this is the first thing that I had that was infused.
Yeah, you did.
Because I was novice, but I got to tell you, I liked the taste.
Oh, me too.
Of the actual medication.
It was used in such a way and with like such skill that the dishes enhanced it. It's like the taste of it wasn't a takeaway. It was like it was almost built. To me, it was like celebrated. It tasted so good. Yeah. It all tasted so good.
A far cry from the weed brownies of my teenagehood.
Yeah,
you know,
this was skill
that just tastes like dirt. Yeah, this was really good.
And so the main course comes out, and I don't even know what it was like. It was like a. I don't remember. It was like
not a filet mignon, but it was like a. It was like a listen to us. Trying to remember.
I don't remember fancy things, but it was stuffed.
It was like a burger,
and it was like rolled. It was stuffed, rolled, and sliced. So it might have been like a tenderloin, but I feel like it was a fancier cut than that because I remember hearing it and being like, and it was just kind of resting in this like delicious, what I feel was like a kind of like a garlicky, buttery kind of sauce, which was what was infused. But there was also like this lovely bean kind of tomato, like I think grape salad, which was all so fucking good. It was all so good. There were flavors that were so good that just belonged together. And you could, in that one, it was nice because the sauce was kind of sequestered. So you could decide like, I'll dip into this. Or you know what, this bite, I'm not going to dip into any of these. You know, you could control it still, but it was also really hard. Like when the rangoons came out, I wanted to eat that whole plate, but I was like, I can't do that, you know? And then, bro, we got dessert.
God,
which
damn
I have had I mean, if something is going to make me actually shed a tear out of this eye, it has been, it's how sad I am that I can't have this again.
Yes.
This was one of the best desserts, I think, I have had.
Floofy waffle on top of like the best ice cream.
It was maple.
Most delicious ice cream.
It was a maple. So it was a waffle sandwich. It was a cute little waffle ice cream sandwich. So you got, you know what you got? You got waffle. And then you've got sweet ass, like, ice cream sitting on top of that. And I think there was also like a cream underneath that, but I don't know. But it's like homemade maple ice cream. And then an infused caramel drizzle.
The fucking sauce. The fucking caramel sauce. Put it in me.
And then resting on top is you got another little waffle sandwiching it all in. And that dessert.
Oh my God.
That dessert was so good. It just was so good. It was so good. I don't know what to say. It was so good.
There's nothing to say. It was delicious. Are you jelly? You jelly listening to this?
Y'all should be real jelly listening to this. It was so amazing. And I'm glad that we were invited to partake in this little gathering, this little party, and
private party.
Eat John's food, because what a skill! It's wonderful to partake in someone like being able to just show what they can do and how well they do it, and like you can just taste the fun in it and the creativity. Like it was just a blast, start to finish. I loved every second of it.
You know what? I don't remember, but for completely different reasons. When we had taco night.
Okay. I wanted to talk about taco night.
They whipped up these, first of all, they were delicious tacos. It's nothing about the tacos. It's the fact that, why did we do this?
This is when the eclipse was going on. So we were, not only were we like out of our element and we were banded together here in the Northeast, like doing a tour. This is when the big ass eclipse went down, and it was intense. And I know that now, because for a good portion of that week, I feel like I could barely keep one foot moving in front of the other. I was so tired.
Exhausted.
Like such an exhaustion.
Naps for that little stretch. I think I took a nap like every day.
See, I took one nap, but I never nap.
And you're not a nap taker.
No.
You never take a nap.
This was the day that I think we went to that lovely little town. What was it called? I think it was called Medford. When everything was closed on the weirdest day of the week. That was so funny. And
we went to that barbecue joint.
Yeah.
Is that when we went to that barbecue joint?
Yeah.
And they had burnt ends that made this fucking Texan cry.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching you enjoy it. It looked good.
It was, you know what it was? It was visceral.
Visceral. And we got back pretty early that day, and it was just like a casual little nice day, kind of strolling around this beautiful little town. And we got back at like 3. It was not a late day. And we kind of all filed back into Rachel's home, and you wander on up the stairs because we were so well accommodated. We were given our own little room, and you kind of went upstairs to go take, a little nap, I guess. And I think you were just kind of like, I'm going to go upstairs. And then
I think I don't even know if I said anything to anybody. I think I just walked away.
You did that a lot. Yeah. And I
was so tired.
We were so tired. And so I remember I was sitting downstairs in the living room for a little while. And I think I out loud said, I think I'm going to go like take a nap. I think if I'm ever going to do it, it's right now.
It's going to be right now.
And I slept for 4 hours in the daytime. That doesn't happen. I slept from 3 to 7. And this is why we had no idea what was going on, because we get a knock at the door at 7 p.m. of our door frame. And
which is this moment in itself.
It lets you know how far gone we were in this drowsiness.
Dude, it's okay because I'm a napper. I'll take a nap. Very rarely will I pass out for 4 hours. So we're already waking up in that like disoriented, like sweaty kind of sick
where
feeling.
Am
I? And I look up in the doorway, and the person who had knocked on the door, it was Rachel, but she's standing there completely garbed in a Mothman outfit. And she is crouching and like waving her hands, and she's like, dinner's ready. And Macy, I know later. I learned later that Macy was so out of it and so tired she didn't even realize that Rachel was in like a suit and doing a bit.
I was unfazed Macy, like, by all of this.
You were, and you were like, what? Right now? Like,
I just started arguing because I was like, wait a minute. Dinner's ready or it's cooking? And she was like, it's ready. I'm like,
what do you mean dinner's ready?
I was like, so like, it's down there right now. It's not that like we've got 15 minutes until it's ready. It's ready right now. And she's like, yeah. And so all the while, I'm just kind of like doing this, not realizing that she's in a full Mothman onesie, and then it didn't even make an impression in me. And then finally, I guess she was able to convince me, dinner is ready now. And it clicked.
Come eat food.
Yeah. And it was delicious.
And I think you didn't even realize that. I think I actually told you later that she was in a Mothman suit.
I never knew.
You were like, oh, what?
Yeah, never knew.
But this image of her in that suit, crouching like almost to the floor and like wiggling her arms.
I have no memory of that.
And like, come get dinner or whatever. I'm like, how did you look past all of that just so you could argue?
I don't remember that happening at all, which is funny because I know I saw it because I responded to her. Like I just in my head, she was standing there at the doorway and I'm just like, what food now? What year is it?
Damn.
It was great. And then, so we had one day that was a really good time in the space between week, to where we got to go to Philly and we get to go to the Mutter Museum. And
oh, hell yeah!
I've wanted to do that for a really long time. I'm so glad we got to do it. It made my creepy little inner child so happy.
Yeah. There was lots of babies in jars, just like you said.
Lots of babies in jars. Lots of things in jars.
Penis. A whole penis was in a jar.
A whole penis is in a jar. That one little tiny little fetus with the illuminated red bones. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
That one was fucking metal.
Yeah. It was sick.
A wall of skulls. 7-foot fucking colon.
Loved the wall of skulls.
The wall of skulls was amazing.
The huge colon, hilarious to me. Not hilarious because I know that was like a pretty terrible medical condition, but like they had stickers and plushies.
Yeah, they really. It was cute. Like, yeah, they did. They had little stuffed animals
mascot
shaped like the colon.
But they also had the real colon there, which like, wow.
Well, I remember hearing about that colon on museum shows as a kid. Like, there were things that I saw at this museum that I remember watching on like Mysteries at the Museum when I was younger. Yeah. You know, like the cast of Chang and Eng, and I knew about the colon and, you know, just certain things. That this was really interesting to see them there. But I really liked how the museum was done because it is a pretty intense museum. I mean, it does a really good job at helping you remember that these are and were living human beings, but to know that this is for science and there's something powerful about being able to utilize stuff like this for learning. Yeah. It was just perfect to me, the balance.
It definitely carried the aura of like, hey, look, isn't this sick? But like also, we get to learn, this is how we learned about how a fucking face works, because we got to slice one up.
Dude, that face
it's metal,
slice
but like
was intense. Like
that face that was sliced like 70 times and it could fit on like a projector, like a, what do you call those things? Like a slide?
Yeah, that was wild.
Slide? Yeah. That was sick.
It was.
But they also had that little outdoor medical garden.
Yeah, they did.
That was really cool.
All kinds of, and they were kind of labeled and you could walk through all the herbs and flowers and whatnot that would have been used. It was really interesting. It was a beautiful building. And that day we just kind of drove around Philly that day. We thrifted a bit. The days kind of blend together because I know there was the day that Corey had to go home. We lost a Corey and we gained a Stevie, and on the same day, and we went thrifting that day. And that was the day I got my 2 big oversized sweaters that I love so much.
That's right.
But yeah, it was a really nice Philly day. I feel like we did something else on Motor Museum Day, but I don't.
Did we go to the graveyard?
Yes. Oh yeah, we went to Laurel Hill Cemetery, which was absolutely amazing.
We spent so much time there.
Yeah.
And we traversed a third of it.
Maybe.
It's massive.
So much. And so gorgeous.
Yes. And you and I know at one point I was strolling and I came across this like little shady area that just had like this, it wasn't a weeping willow, but like a weeping style tree, very heavy branches. Shaded. I don't know what it's called, but, it was just super shady and the grass was like plush and cool and it was breezy and it was just, I just sat down and I just might have taken a nap in a graveyard. And then like you strolled up and you sat down there for a bit. I feel like I had a little meditation moment.
Yeah. Yeah. You and me.
It was the nicest thing.
It was a cemetery that wanted you to be in it. And like, cause for a little while it was you and me and Coco there for a time, you know, and I was almost relieved to stumble across anyone. Cause I hadn't seen someone in so long.
There were whole stretches. Yeah. Where you would just walk and not see anybody. And I was like, are we going to be able to find each other when we're ready to go? Like,
yeah.
But they had a gift shop.
Yeah.
And I got a print from the gift shop.
You got me some coffin chocolate.
We got coffin chocolate. We got to share a coffin chocolate.
It was delicious, too. They had really cute little poured chocolate designs there. And it was a skeleton coming out of a coffin. And it was delicious.
Very cute. Very sweet. Yeah. And you got you could remove the coffin lid. So I did. And I gave it to Macy.
I got the lid.
You got the lid. But I think that was the highlight for me, was that cemetery. I could have easily spent an entire day there.
Oh, easy. Bring a lunch. Yeah, I could have done that for sure.
They had some mausoleums there that were so just gorgeous and like I hate to say creepy because I know that this is like somebody's actual resting, and I don't typically like to put creepy onto graveyards, but something about it was just very let me find another word for creepy. It was intense.
Yeah it was. And I'd never really seen any like that before, especially being in a row.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
Connected. Usually if you up here, down here, if you get a mausoleum at all, it's like the one rich dude in the graveyard has one.
Yeah. So it was wild to see like Mausoleum Row. And I don't know, it was just very dramatic. One thing that I forgot to mention, I just re-pulled up kind of our little list of notes from the trip. So after the very nice little kind of private infused food party that we had, we watched Little Shop of Horrors that night.
That's right. And there were some people there who had never seen Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
But they were also medicated. And I feel like, I don't know if that's the best time to watch Little Shop of Horrors.
It can be intense. In parts of me, I forgot how intense that movie can be.
Yeah. Because there were people there who were feeling it much more than I. And certain parts would happen. And I'd be like, oh, fuck, this might be intense for you guys right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And by that time, I think we had also already watched Beetlejuice, which also made it onto the roster because there were some that had not seen that one. So we had a pretty good roll. So like at that point, we'd watched Fiddler on the Roof, we'd watched Holes, Beetlejuice, and Little Shop of Horrors. And then you dropped a bomb.
Yeah. I did drop a bomb. I forgot where it even came from, who even brought this up, but I let it out that I have never or had never seen the 1990s classic Interview with a Vampire. Ugh. And Macy shit herself immediately.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. It was like, what? And so we had to remedy that and watch Interview with a Vampire. So that made it onto the list too. And
which I loved.
I knew you would.
But that ending's got to go.
Not a fan?
Not a fan of the, ooh, look, I'm Tom Cruise. I'm showing up here again in your car that I somehow know how to use.
Yeah, that that one, when it's like, because especially when you read the book, and I guess there's some context that you're missing, but it's like Lestat really struggles with the emergence of technology, like a lot, and that's like a lot of growth. I can't remember if at the end of the book he's driving the car. Like, I can't. I remember he comes up on the guy, but I can't remember if like he's driving the car. And I did remember thinking like, did he learn that so quickly? Like he was scared of so many things. Like, but you don't know. I don't remember how much time had passed since Louis saw him last.
Like he was definitely in that building for like 100 years. And the thing, not only did he drive the car, Macy, but he like fully put on a cassette tape.
Yes. He really wanted to hear, what is it? Sympathy for the Devil?
I guess, man. Yeah. The last 2 minutes of that movie is my only major complaint. That and Antonio Banderas's wig.
His wig is not ideal. Yeah, his wig is not ideal.
He's beautiful though.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yes. Wow. So, but that wraps up the movie list at least. So we can check. Yeah. We can check that off. So then let's go ahead and roll into the second batch of shows.
Gosh, wow. Okay. My God. Yeah. Okay, here we are. Once again, we prepared what was going to happen. And the first of the last two, anyway, it was the paranormal night.
Yes.
It was at the Modern Druid in New York. And we got to eat a New York slice of pizza.
Dude, so the town was Nyack. And first of all, Nyack is beautiful.
Cute.
Oh, cute. It's right alongside what I think was the Hudson. It was so gorgeous, but we did get that was the most affordable ass lunch that we had at that little pizza joint. Like we rolled up in there.
$5 for like a huge slice of pizza
and a drink.
Yeah.
It was, and the pizza. Okay. So here's the thing. This was and so we were right outside of New York City. And so I asked people on good authority. I was like, is this New York style pizza? And they were like, absolutely. Like, this is the same as you'd get, so it was like, we didn't get to make it to the city, but we still got our New York pizza. And the crust was maybe the best crust I've ever had on a pizza. The crust was what was so delicious special. Crust. Oh my God. Oh.
Crusty on the outside, but like still soft on the inside.
But you got a crunch, but it was light at the same time. I loved it. It was so good. I could see it because like I didn't know what it was about, like, about New York pizza. I was like, what's gonna be like what makes it so special, And it was like after eating it, and again, apparently it comes back to the water, but like that crust. The water, yeah.
The water.
Really good.
And we got to dress up. We got to again be Rocco and Laser.
Yes.
Got to come out of our bodies.
Yes.
And that was a fun time. We put on the tiniest of little skits at the beginning.
Yes.
That I feel like we put together 5 fucking minutes before we walked out there.
Yeah. Yeah. We were kind of workshopping lines coming up the stairs still.
Hunting for the big booby banshee or whatever.
Bandit, something.
And one of my favorite things that I got to do to you is as we were walking up those stairs, I got to turn to you and a la Best in Show, I got to turn to you and say, energy. And then we walked out.
God, that man, if you know, you know.
Energy.
Anyway,
that was a good show. We had some spooky shit happen. So It was paranormal night. So obviously we had the EMF detector kind of just set up on the table,
just doing its thing. It'll light up. We're just like, if something happens, and we talked to Jim a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
And to let him know if he specifically wanted to come through, because a lot of the show was about thought forms. And things like that. So,
and about Jim specifically.
Yes. We went over his birth chart, or we didn't. 2 Geminis and a Leo did, which was very interesting. And there was a moment when Jim showed up.
and
I mean, I don't know how else to say
scared
it.
the pants. I forget what the lead up was, but I know Rachel. We were like, I wonder if Jim is okay. I wonder if he loves us. Are we good parents? We're just kind of joking around. And Rachel, with her hand, gestures at the EMF detector. And she's like, Jim, do you love them? And the thing shoots fully and wholeheartedly up to red.
Which it has never done.
Never done.
Never done. Ever done. Like,
never.
And nothing, there was nothing around it, and it had been sitting calm. It was just on the table, and that thing fucking lit up. And I started crab walking back up the couch because, like, and it wasn't even, I was just so surprised. I wasn't even scared. It was like, what? It was like after I let out my initial shriek, it was just out of the surprise that Jim answered us. What?
You shrieked and you backed up in a way that I was joking when I said this, but like, kind of not joking, I did fully feel your boot like on the side of my body at some point. Yeah. Just because you were scrambling up this couch.
But it was like once the moment
and that
was
wasn't
over,
the only time.
I sat back down. You know, I was like, I wasn't freaked out. I was just like, did Jim just
No, you were very surprised.
Yeah, and it was just like, what?
It was a shock, and it was nice to hear from our boy.
And kind of did a couple times seemingly. Again, throughout the show, it would flicker a little bit. And yeah, that was a very fun show. The Modern Druid was a beautiful little shop, full of all sorts of goodies, and they were just very kind. So after that show, it was about a 2-hour drive back to Jersey where we were staying, and
we got to see New York at night.
Yeah,
that was cool.
It's such a huge skyline. Like, that was wild for me to see, because like, the way really a lot of these northern really big cities are surprising to me, especially when it comes to just the skyline itself, because like Dallas has a skyline, like there's some big buildings and whatnot, but like when you really look at it, it's, I don't know, to me, like when we drove by Philly, it looked like 3 Dallases wide when it came to like the tall chunk of buildings, you know, that kind of like are the center-y kind of big part of the city. And New York was just so huge. It was so much. It just went on and on. And I feel like it was unbelievable.
Really kept going.
How huge New York City was. I just could not believe the size.
But that takes us to our last show.
Yes.
And this venue was beyond gorgeous.
I mean, yeah. Very, 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 very much so. And this was our last show was in Moncton, Maryland. And Maryland.
Maryland charmed me.
I love Maryland.
As it has before. Because I believe we did drive through Maryland a little bit on our way back from Anahata's last year.
Yeah, every time.
Am I correct?
Every single time that we are in driving through whatever, I love Maryland. I think it's so beautiful, and this place was Manor Mill, and it was such a gorgeous place. I mean, just beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was some place that you were like, yo, may I just live here,
please? Yes, please.
Yeah.
The owners were so kind to us,
so nice. Yeah. They let us have some of their rum punch.
Yeah, they made us a little rum punch for the table. Yeah. They watched the show, which was really sweet. And our like sound engineer guy was fabulous. Like we got so lucky. I feel like in the venues that we were in, everybody was just so kind and accommodating and just happy to have us, and it's interested in what we did. I just really, really enjoyed it.
And I think the weather was really nice on this day. It was kind of a chilly day, and it just fit that like old building Maryland spooky vibe.
It did. It was a good mood.
And it was already a little bit of a bittersweet process. It was our last one, you know, and we're all decked out wearing our prom gear. It was prom night. And everyone looked great. Everyone looked fantastic. And you guys that came to listen, y'all were dressed up. Everybody was in their prom duds. It was wonderful. And I think that we did a pretty dang good show. Macy was crowned prom king and prom queen.
I got them both, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's the Aquarius. If I remember correctly, it was the 2 Geminis that were running together. The 2 Leos were running together. And then Macy, you ran on your own ticket as an Aquarius
Came and swept it. Mm-hmm.
And you did. You got to wear those little alien bing bongs on your head.
I did.
Or whatever.
I did. After that, though, we had a fucking dinner, man.
We had a little goodbye dinner.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was really nice. We had a nice little goodbye dinner. Everybody sat around a big table. I got goddamn Maryland, like, crab bisque, kind of, and it made me want to weep. It was so... Oh, my God. It was so good. It was just so good.
A couple of things happened on this one. They brought they were training apparently someone, and he brought an extra beverage, an extra alcoholic boozy beverage, which I very briefly swept the table and said, "Anybody want this?" And when no one spoke in 2 seconds, I took it. And then also when he was handing the pizza off to I guess whoever had the pizza, Teresa, he was like, "Oh, it's fucking hot," or whatever. And like the lady who was like training him was like, "Watch your language."
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I do remember
because they were like so close to closing, because we came in like, I don't know, close enough, but like maybe a little too close to closing. You know, it was like 45 minutes until it was like doors locked.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're good, we'll tip, we're good, you know, so sorry, gotta eat, you know. And so I feel like the staff had just kind of hit the like, I'm about to go home level. But they were great. They were hilarious.
Yeah, they were super great. And it was really good. And then that was another 2-hour drive home. You know, we loaded back on up.
Immediately fell asleep for.
I did not, because I'm incapable, but we rode on back. And that was Sunday night. And basically we got back and went to bed. And Monday it was time to come home. On Monday, and our flight wasn't until the evening, so we had the day to kind of slowly prepare.
We got to have our last glasses of water from that sick ass water machine that keeps the water cold and UV light sanitized.
Yeah, Rachel's water machine, that thing was great.
It was pretty sick. And got to have a nice little stroll and kind of say goodbye to the North once again.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's just so many things that happen, like so many things that I've just been remembering as we're talking that were just wonderful. Like our little diner breakfast that we all had, and our lunch at the Jewish deli that was so good.
Oh, you know? My God. And I forgot.
Our walk and our full-on spiritual visit with that turtle that we had walking around Coco's neighborhood. Like that actual
that turtle
creature that just
he nodded,
blessed us.
He nodded at each one of us.
So many things happened. It's like we'd be here for days and days and days if we talked about them all. It was just a fantastic trip, and it was time to pack. It's time to pack up. And it was a very slow day, and everybody just kind of everybody was leaving kind of in a close proximity to each other too.
Yeah. Within the same little And it was emotional.
It was.
You know? And saying goodbye to people that, because like, while at this time, I think everyone was just about like either wanting their own home back or wanting to like at least get to their own home. It had nothing to do with the people, but you know, after 12 days, you're like, I want to shit in my own toilet or something, right?
Yes.
And so I think there was a little bit of that, but it was totally overshadowed by just the pleasantness of the trip.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Like saying goodbye to everybody was hard, as it has always been.
Yes.
You know, anytime we get together. And I had a moment kind of being like, I'm not going to see these faces for a while, you know, and definitely not every day like we have been. And we got certain traditions, you know, grand biscuits. Tradition, that one, you know, and, you know, it is its own section of time.
It is.
That has my heart completely.
It really does. And it was time, I think around 6 p.m. We loaded up in the car and scooted on off to the airport.
Scooted off.
And which
had the nicest TSA experience.
They were so nice, like so nice. I didn't get it with the bag fee this time.
Nope.
And we loaded on up. And this flight, though, I just want to fast forward. Well, we did have Rubens at that bar, or that little joint that we could not get food at the last time that we were at the Philly airport because it was too busy.
We rectified that situation. Yeah,
we got twin Rubens, which were delicious, and so then
really good.
We get on the plane. We board on the plane. You and I have to get separated for some reason. And
we're separated,
but you're in my eye line. You're just like the aisle. You're just across the aisle from me.
I'm across the aisle from you. Yeah, I'm across the aisle from you because for some reason the chairs we picked were the only chairs that you could not move the armrest up on. So I go to sit down and just let's ass too fat, okay? So like I'm like, hi lady, and very thankfully she's like, yeah, I can move. That wasn't a booked flight.
Yeah, so this was not a very full flight, which was nice because you didn't have a neighbor on one side and I didn't have a neighbor on one side. So
it was nice, and I was about to have the whole thing to myself until someone else was assigned next, was also moved next to me, and this person. Was living their best life.
They know how to fucking fly. Okay.
They know how to party is what they know how to do. Because as soon as actually I want to tell you there were two people who knew how to party on this plane. One of them was a lady behind me, a woman behind me who had very clearly snuck on some very fragrant soup.
I remember smelling it.
Because, I swear to God, the second the airplane levels off, the cabin fills with this fragrant food smell. And we're like, this isn't a flight with food on it. What's happening? And I hear the lady behind me. I would feel her lean forward in her seat. And then I would hear... and she just ate a bowl of soup on an airplane.
Fantastic.
But that's nothing compared to the lady that was also in my aisle, or in my row. For she, when it came time to pay $1 million for snacks and drinks, she decided to treat herself to both. But not only, just not any snack and drink combo. She got on an airplane a cheese tray, a stinky cheese tray on an airplane She paired it with a fucking Heineken.
A tall boy, too. It was big.
A tall boy.
that she poured into a
aerated into a little plastic airplane cup.
Dispersing the smell even more.
Everyone could smell that Heine all over the plane.
Really potent. A very smelly snack.
And she had her cheese and Heineken, and she lived the life of a king.
I mean, really, though.
In the sky.
For real. Can we talk about the sassy flight attendant? Because they were fantastic.
Oh, yes.
So this is a little pet peeve of mine anyway. People who have conversations on speakerphone in public.
Yeah.
Why do you do it?
If you do that,
why do you do
it?
It? What are you doing?
Quit.
Stop.
No excuses.
I can't.
I don't care. Well, my phone's broken. Fuck you.
Then
Stop
don't.
it.
I can't stand it. I just can't. And so that was going on. And so Charlye and me are sharing an aisle, right? And so like we're in each other's eye line. So the row behind Charlye, but they're on the aisle kind of next to me. There's this person who's having just a loud conversation on the phone. They have said multiple times, all right, guys, like the plane is moving. They are doing here's how to inflate the life vest. Like they're like, turn your fucking phones off. Like it's weird. We're literally about to take off.
I feel like he looked right at her when he said
about
it too.
3 times and just didn't care, still having the conversation. And so he kind of does like the voice thing and he's like, all right, once we get up on top or level off into the air, you can take your phones off airplane mode, and then any videos, things like that you want to watch, put your headphones in, because believe me, I hear everything. And I just really like that moment.
He kind of swept with his eyes.
Yeah, and like they still weren't doing anything. And so eventually he like walks over to this girl, I think he looked at the phone, the person in the phone, not even the person holding the phone who was on the plane.
He spoke directly to the person on the phone. He was like, bye-bye now.
Yeah.
You know?
And just like basically the conversation was over. It was just like, all right, fucking good, hang up the phone.
All but slap the phone out of her hand.
Yeah. And it was very like, God damn, dude. Like, I don't know. I would have been so much more grumpy about it. It was just like so swiftly, just like, all right, goodbye. Boom, phone calls over. But it's like, bro, listen around you. Pay attention. What are you doing? You know? Like, put your phone on airplane mode.
I don't understand. And I mean, listen, if you want to like still be on your phone, that's one thing. But no headphones on speaker. I can't loudly.
It's so unforgivable. Like especially on a plane, because you're so close together. You're squeezed in there so tight. You're gonna have a speakerphone conversation. Are you kidding me?
No.
I will get I will die on this hill. I come on. Ugh. So anyway, we fly in the air for about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Pretty smooth sailing. After that point.
Pretty smoothly.
You know, I had my incantation I'd said a whole bunch of times. And we fucking land in Dallas. And amazingly, as was the case for most of this trip, things fell in line for us very easily. And because I was like, we knew that the hotel in which your dad kindly kind of reserved for us because we landed at midnight in Dallas.
Yes.
So we were like, we'll have to get from the airport to the hotel that has been reserved for us, because it was before the shuttles started to and from the airport. And so we land, we get the bag, which showed up really quickly. I mean, it was like super smooth. And within like 15 minutes of landing, because we also deplaned really quickly, like they moved the little sky bridge thing up. We were at the front of the plane. We get off there, we go get the bags. Within 15 minutes, we're waiting for the Uber, and the Uber comes to get us. And we're at the hotel, and it's so quickly. I mean, like within 35, 40 minutes after landing, we were in the hotel. It was so fast. And
yeah, you were like, I don't know why I thought that it was going to be like 2 a.m.
I know. I just expected so many hiccups, and they didn't happen. And we got a couple of little snacks from the little pantry area down there.
We sure did.
And just kind of cozied in for a little bit and rested. It was hard to believe. It was kind of hard to wind down. But I think probably around 3 a.m. was when we kind of dozed off, or probably about 2:30, or at least me.
Yeah.
And
we had some stupid show on. And I know at one point we looked at each other, but I do not remember.
I have no memory of it. And
something about somebody procuring some snakes or something.
Oh my God, yeah, somebody did procure some snakes. You're right.
Some rattlesnakes.
Like, what? And it so the next day we're waiting on your dad. He's coming to pick us up. Yeah. And
we're like almost done. We're almost done.
Let me say, I say this with the deepest appreciation. The journey from the hotel to home with your dad was very fun. And it was just so funny to me because we were so close to home. But there were little stops that we needed to make. And they were so sweet, like, so we get picked up and he's like, well, I really want a pot for my Monstera. And it's like, already I'm won over. I'm like, okay, I get it. And he's like, but we need to go, we'll go look at this little nursery. We'll go look at that nursery. Well, we'll go look at this other nursery. He's like, well, let's go get lunch at Papa Do's. It was so good. It was like the perfect way to get brought back into the family, I feel like. Like I liked it because like the very like rigid part of me is like, please, let's just go home. But like I kind of that melted very quickly. And I realized like those errands are what got me out of travel mode. I like started to come back to life with those just simple like, hey, you're back home. You can be home at any time today because it's just about 45 minutes from here. Just enjoy the ride.
It was kind of like a go, 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 go. And then all of a sudden you're just like, I guess go. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But we got to go to that cool ass store.
Yeah,
that I don't
nice.
remember the name of.
We just kind of walked around
and
and
cool shit in it.
Made it home, and I don't even really remember much of the day that I got home.
You grabbed your bag and you started walking up the stairs and you said, "Charlye, we did it again." And I said, "Yep." And I said, "Bye." And I drove to my mom and dad's house, and you stayed at your house, and I think you took a shower, I think is what you said.
I did. You're right. I immediately took a shower. And
I immediately took a nap and then got in the hot tub.
Yeah, I think after I got the shower, I didn't do much, I don't think. I just kind of hung out with the dogs and...
Yeah. There was definitely like a day of rest.
I sat in disbelief that I was back at my house.
It's so weird. It is so strange how just suddenly it just feels like you're back. And you're like, okay, I guess it's real life again? I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, and now I feel it took about, I would say it took me a solid about 5-ish days, 4 or 5 days to kind of feel rested again and kind of back to normal. I felt very inspired after this trip.
Yeah, I did too. I felt very creatively charged. I also felt I felt like I could take on a lot.
Me too. Proud of myself for doing stuff that kind of scares me, you know.
And I really wanted, I've been wanting to hold on to those feelings. And a lot of that, especially the creative part, has rocketed into a little personal project of mine that I'll be announcing soon. And it's just going swimmingly, and everything since then has been great. And I think it was a success, and had a great time. And listen, isn't the real tour the friends we made along the way?
Wow, it's the journey.
It's the climb.
It's the climb. It was the best time. It was a great time. Thank you to everyone within the Star Squad. Y'all were so amazing. I mean, God, Margot's party, Margot's 420 party. How great was that? So many things keep coming to my mind. I just thank you guys so much. Y'all made those
a highlight,
days.
dude. That card game.
That card game was fun. Was it Red Flags? Yeah, that was really fun.
That was fun.
Thank you. I mean, a huge thank you to Rachel for opening up your house and sharing your dogs with me personally.
And your space.
Yeah. And just,
sharing your dogs.
It's just all the names. You know, we could rattle them all off, but y'all know who you were because you were there. And thank y'all for that. And thank you to everybody who came to the shows. It was highly memorable, and just it was an amazing thing for us 5 to bring to fruition. And so quickly, I think, because it feels like it was 4 months ago that we were like, we could probably do this in 4 or 6 months time, you know. And since then it has felt like a far off distant thing until we were there doing it. And it was like, oh shit. Wow, it's here.
And one time Teresa even said, because we had meetings set up for all of this on most Thursdays. And on a Thursday, Teresa said, like, hey, are you ready for today's meeting? Like, joking around, because we weren't going to have, because, you know, we were there doing it.
No more meetings.
And it took, like, I feel like the joke flew over my head. Because my first thought was like, oh yeah, I guess we gotta do that. And it was just weird. It's just weird. It's weird putting something together, man.
No more. So anyway, that's our tale of our tour. And
let us know if you like these kind of episodes.
Yeah, let us know if you never want to do one of these ever again.
Yeah, we won't be offended. We want to know what you guys like. We are here for you. We're your moms. And check it out on our Facebook.
Yeah, I'm gonna get those pictures of you, and I'm gonna put them up.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
I was hoping you forgot.
I can't forget. Never forget.
Okay, wonderful. Well, now we're in a battle to get the most heinous pictures of each other.
Hey, that's actually a good idea. Like if that's what it takes for us to, like, in a somewhat normal frequency post on social media, I'm okay with it.
All right. Down, brother. You're on.
All righty, gang. See you guys next week for a normal episode. Normal episode, gang.
That's right. And if you are keeping up with Foi, we've got an episode tomorrow coming out, which may not be the last episode like we thought.
Yeah, there might be more coming. So stay tuned
but
for that. Foi, folks, farm hands, I don't know. We need...
Oh, man, every episode of Simpcap should have a cute little name for people. Yeah,
every series.
They could have been the Foi farm hands this time around. God damn it.
We need to think of it for Queen Charlotte's story. So, because that's coming up soon, guys. We're going to wrap up Foi. We're going to dive right into Queen Charlotte of the Bridgerton universe. So if you're curious about Simpcap, jump on over there. It has been a blast. I love every week dropping the episode and seeing everybody's thoughts and just how often. Are we all the same person? I love it.
Hive mind.
I love it so much.
All right. See you next time, folks.
All right, gang. We're out. We are out and we are wrapping. So yeah, see you next week. Normal ass shit. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.